Let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest, not with me, with yourself. How long have you been meaning to start investing? A year? 2 years? Maybe you told yourself you'd start when you had more money, when the timing was right. Here is what I know: the timing is never right. The money never feels like enough. And the people who waited for the perfect moment to start, they are still waiting. Today, we are talking about today, specifically how to go from wherever you are right now, even if that is zero, to $10,000. As an investor, not a saver, an investor. And before this video is over, I am going to walk you through exactly how to open your first investment account, step by step. So clearly that some of you will do it while this video is still playing. That is not a promise. That is a plan. My name is Sage. I spent over a decade inside the financial system as a Series 7 licensed financial advisor and consumer lender at major financial institutions. And I can tell you the single biggest difference between people who built wealth and people who did not was not intelligence, not luck, not connections. It was one decision, made once, followed through on. Here at Financial Methods, our goal is simple: to give you more actionable financial knowledge in one video than most people get from an entire book on the subject. Knowledge that took years to accumulate inside the system, delivered to you in plain language right here for free. Stay with me, because by the time we are done, you will not just understand how to build $10,000. You will understand what $10,000 actually is. If you are not subscribed yet, do that right now. Let's go. This is James, 29, logistics coordinator, makes $52,000 a year, has $847 in savings, which honestly is more than a lot of people his age, so he should feel okay about that. He does not feel okay about that, because James has been meaning to start investing for 2 years. Not because he does not have the money, but because every time he sits down to do it, he sees words like expense ratio and asset allocation, and quietly closes the laptop and watches something on Netflix instead. James, I see you. There are two types of people in the financial world: savers and investors. And the difference between them is not the amount of money they have. It is a decision. Savers store money. They feel responsible but not excited. And honestly, good for them. Saving is better than not saving. But saving alone has never made anyone wealthy. Because as we showed you in video 6, the bank is using your deposits to make themselves rich while paying you 0.5% and handing you a tote bag. Investors put their money to work. The moment James makes that decision, the moment you make that decision, something changes, not just in your bank account, in how you see yourself. You become a planner, a strategist, someone thinking about 10 years from now instead of just next Friday, someone playing the long game in a world full of people who only know the short one. You become someone who chose their future over their present. That is actually kind of remarkable. All from one decision, made once, today. Hidden gem number 1. Opening an investment account requires no minimum balance at most major brokerages. You can start with $1. The barrier to becoming an investor is not financial, it is psychological. And the only way to break through a psychological barrier is to take the action that dissolves it. Open the account. Make the first deposit. Whatever you can. You are now an investor. Everything else follows from that. James has $847. He wants $10,000. He is going to put away $300 per month. Here's what happens 2 different ways. Scenario A: High yield savings at 4.5%. Time to $10,000, approximately 29 months. Scenario B, low cost index ETF at 10% historical average. Time to $10,000, approximately 26 months. 3 months faster. Honest, not dramatic at $10,000. But here is where it gets genuinely interesting. Same $300 per month beyond $10,000. After 5 years, savings $20,100. Investing $23,200. After 10 years, savings $45,800. Investing $62,000. After 20 years, savings $113,000. Investing $228,000. $115,000 difference. Same money, same time. One decision at the beginning. That is life-changing. And the only thing separating those two outcomes is which account James opened. Now, before we go further, something important. Markets go up and markets go down. There will be a month where James looks at his account and sees a number lower than what he put in. That is real. But here is what else is real. Every downturn has been followed by a recovery. Every single one. The investors who stayed, who understood that a market dip is the market breathing, became wealthy. The investors who panicked and sold locked in their losses and missed the recovery. The market breathes in. It always breathes back out. The wealthy built their wealth by staying invested through the breathing, not by avoiding it. Hit that like button if this is changing how you think. Drop a comment. What has been stopping you from starting? We read every comment. And subscribe if you are not already part of this community. Nobody tells you what $10,000 actually is. They treat it like a finish line, like you get there and put it on a shelf. $10,000 is not a finish line. It is a set of keys. Key 1, home ownership. A 3% FHA down payment on a $333,000 home. As we showed in video 8, for the right person in the right market, $10,000 opens that door. Key 2, the $120,000 journey. As we showed in video 7, $10,000 in the right ETF over 10 years becomes approximately $120,000. $10,000 is the starting point for everything video 7 showed was possible. Key 3, business capital. Seed money for the idea that has been living rent-free in your head for years. Having $10,000 means the idea gets a chance instead of staying an idea forever. Key 4, the real emergency fund. A car repair does not destroy you. A medical bill does not send you to a payday lender. Financial stability means never being one unexpected expense away from starting over. Key 5, Financial Independence Foundation. $10,000 invested today is the beginning of the number that eventually means you work because you want to, not because you have to. Right now, with $847, James has almost none of these options. The moment he hits $10,000, he has all of them. James is not special. He does not have advantages you do not have. He just decided to start. That is the only difference between the person who builds $10,000 and the person who does not. A decision. Made once. Followed through on. $300 per month gets James to $10,000 in 26 months. Solid. Real. But what if he wants to get there faster? What if you want to get there faster? Good. Here are 5 moves that compress the timeline. Hidden gem. Number 2. Accelerator 1, the tax refund deploy. Average tax refund $3,100. Most people spend it within 30 days on things they cannot name 6 months later. James deploys his directly into the investment account. He is now 39% of the way to $10,000 before a single monthly contribution. Timeline: 17 months instead of 26. Accelerator 2. The debt payoff redirect. James's $280 car note is paid off in 4 months. Most people absorb that into lifestyle spending. James redirects it to his investment account. Monthly contribution goes from $300 to $580. Same lifestyle, better destination. Accelerator 3, the one-time income rule, bonus, overtime, side work. Simple rule: 50% of every one-time income event goes to the investment account. 50% James spends however he wants. No guilt, just momentum. Accelerator 4, the bank bonus flip. Remember in video 6, banks pay $200 to $500 to open checking accounts with direct deposit. We exposed that as a tactic. Now we flip it. James opens a new account, captures the $400 bonus, and redirects it to his investment account. The bank thought they were buying his loyalty. James just used their promotional budget to fund his financial future. That is not a loophole. That is just paying attention. Accelerator 5, the subscription audit. Pull up 1 month of bank statements. Highlight every recurring charge. Cancel 2 unused subscriptions, $60 to $80 per month, freed up and redirected to the account. 10 months versus 26. Same salary, same starting point. One decision to pay attention to where the money was already going. This is where we stop talking and start doing. I am walking you through this right now, clearly enough that some of you are going to open your account while this video is still playing. Hidden gem number 3. We are using Fidelity as our example. Beginner friendly, no minimums, no trading fees on most ETFs. But everything works identically on Charles Schwab or Vanguard. The platform matters far less than the decision to open one. Step 1, go to fidelity.com, click Open an Account. Select individual brokerage account, not a retirement account, no contribution limits, no income restrictions, accessible whenever you need it. Step 2, complete the application. Name, address, social security number, basic employment info. 10 minutes. Phone nearby for verification. Step 3, link your bank account. Routing and account numbers from your banking app. This is how monthly contributions transfer automatically. Step 4, make your first deposit, whatever you can. $25, $50, $100. The amount is not the point. The action is the point. Make the deposit. You are now an investor. That is not a figure of speech. That is a fact. Step 5, select your first ETF. Use the 2 questions from video 9. Does it outperform its category benchmark? What is the expense ratio? A broad market S&P 500 index ETF below 0.1% expense ratio is a solid starting point. Search, select, confirm, done. Step 6, automate monthly contributions. Find the automatic investment setting. Set your monthly amount to transfer on payday before it touches your checking account. Set it once. Let it run forever. 6 steps, 15 minutes. James is now an investor. Hidden gem. Number 4. When the account shows a number lower than what you put in, do not panic. Do not sell. Say out loud, the market is breathing, and close the app. The market has recovered from every single downturn in its history. Staying invested through the breathing is not stubbornness. It is wisdom. Hidden gem number 5. Something happens when your account crosses $10,000. It stops feeling like an experiment and starts feeling real. In that memory, knowing you built it from almost nothing becomes the most powerful investing motivation that exists. Because if you built $10,000, you know you can build $20,000 and $50,000 and $120,000 and beyond. James opened his account. He deployed his $3,100 tax refund, set up $300 monthly automatic contribution, canceled 2 unused subscriptions, freeing up $58 per month, made the 50% rule for every one-time income event. He did not quit his job. He did not win anything. He just paid attention to where his money was going and redirected some of it towards somewhere better. 10 months from now, James has $10,000. And with $10,000, James has options he does not have today. A potential down payment, the foundation for $120,000, business capital, an emergency fund, the beginning of a financial independence journey, all from one afternoon and one decision. I know some of you are watching this and that quiet voice is there. The one that says, this works for other people, but probably not for me. That voice is wrong. It has always been wrong. You are not behind. You are at the beginning. And the beginning is the only place anyone ever starts. Here at Financial Methods, we believe this completely. You can do this, not someday, today. The account takes 15 minutes. The first deposit can be whatever you have right now. And from that moment, you are no longer someone who has been meaning to start investing. You are an investor, and that changes everything. Start with $25, start with $50, start with whatever is honest and real right now. Because the most important investing decision you will ever make is not which fund to choose or what the market is doing. It is the decision to start. Make it today. We will be here every step of the way. If this video gave you the push you needed, like it. Share it with the one person in your life who has been meaning to start. You know who that is. Send it to them right now and subscribe, because next week we keep going. The more you know, the more you grow. I'm Sage, and I'll see you in the next one. And as always, we are not done. Next time we bring you something else the financial industry would rather you never fully understood. Stay subscribed. You do not want to miss it.